Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2022 with the Orlando Magic, and we are about ready to get started with what could very well be our final season. As you can see, we have a zero job security. We made a ton of moves in the offseason to try to make our team a little more, I would say a little more balanced. I picked up another scorer in power forward Jason Grunman, the former number 7 pick in the draft from San Antonio. He is a 20-point-a-game guy, 13 in his rookie year, 19 last season, 21 and 7 this season. So we add him to our lineup, 6'10", 237 pounds. Also into our team this year, Darien Piper, or Pepper. I think we picked him up in the deal with, we traded DeAndre Ayton, right? I forgot that was part of the deal. So we moved on from DeAndre Ayton. Pepper was the number 5 pick in the draft this season. We traded Ayton and a second-round pick to the Clippers for Pepper. When we traded Ayton, that created a hole in the middle, and with that hole, we put in Clint Capella. I don't know that Capella's worth the money, but he's a great rebounder, and he is above average defensively. His defense was a little bit better than Ayton's. His rebounding is better than Ayton's. He's not as good a scorer, but we don't need him to score. Returning, Jalen Suggs, we signed him. He took the 1 year offer, so we get Suggs for $4 million this year. Zach LaVine comes back for a 4th season with the Orlando Magic, his final season. What else did we add to the team this past offseason? Roy Thomas we added last year as part of the draft. Picked up Devontae Graham to be our backup point guard. Maurice Williams was our number 1 pick this year. Really, really good defensively, but he tore his Achilles. He's out for the year. And then we sort of filled in the bench with veterans. We picked up Derek Jones, Joe Harris, Grant Williams, who can play some defense. Monty Morris, who is a pretty good defensive player as well. So Graham, Morris will be probably our starting backcourt, or our backup backcourt, and then Williams, Harris, Thomas, and Floyd will back up front. So I believe we already set the depth chart. Yep. So it is time to I guess to get started and see how year number 5 goes with us. So we ended up with 29 wins in our first season. We won 50 games, over 50 games in year 2 and in year 3. Year 4, we came in at 49 wins, and the owner wanted to fire us. So let's see how our first game goes. That is a good start, a 120-94 victory over the Houston Rockets. All five starters in double figures, led by Grunman with 34 points. Pepper with a double-double in his professional debut, 12 and 10. Capella, 12 and 11. Suggs, 13, 5 and 4. LaVine, 21, 7 and 6. We get 11 from Floyd off the bench. Very nice. All right. Granted, it was against a not particularly good Rockets team, although they do have Alperen Sengun, Christian Wood, Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, but not a particularly good team. But we won by 26, so I will take it. Brandon Clark traded to the Nets. All right, on the road again against the Jazz this time. A 107-104 loss. Here we go. Zach only takes 6 shots. Suggs shoots 5 of 20. That ain't going to get it done. Bench plays pretty well. Thomas and Floyd play pretty well anyway. Another double-double for Capella. Game 3, another road game, this time against the Pelicans. And it's another loss. Uh-oh. I know it's only been 3 games, and 2 of our losses on the road were close, but we can't afford to fall behind like we have in previous seasons. Capella's got 3 straight double-doubles. Suggs only with 4 points. Jalen off to a rough start. 11.6 assists, 4 rebounds. LaVine had a good game, 30 points for Zach. Floyd with 20 points off the bench. Wow. That scoring number, I mean, I'll take it, but All right, so 1 and 2 through 3 games. Haven't played a home game yet, though, so hopefully things will turn around once we get back in sunny Florida. Still looking for game number 4 here. And here it is, at home against the Grizz. There we go, 126-117 victory at home. So 2 and 2 out of the chute. Grunman with 25. Suggs with his best game of the year. Levine with another 30-point effort. The first non-double for Capella, but 8 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists for the big man. Pepper with another double-double, 17 points and 11 rebounds for Darien. 21 years old, good inside shooter, passable outside. Looks like he's going to be pretty solid, assuming we have a job beyond this year. 46 points for Ja Morant, but we secure the victory anyway. 2 and 2. I wonder if we're going to have to win it all in order to keep the job. Like, I wonder if we make the NBA Finals, will that be enough? We will see. And we have our first injury of the season. And it's going to be Pepper out for 3 days. All right, so into the starting lineup goes whom? I think we stick Grant Williams in there because of his defense. Yeah, I don't want to mess with the bench, so I think we stick Grant Williams in there because of his defense. At home against the 0-4 Nuggets, and we win by 20. So there you go. Take care of the bad teams in front of you. 45 points for Zach, 25, 8, and 7 for Suggs. Williams doesn't get a point, but is a +7 in his time. 19 points for Grunman. So off to a pretty good start. 22 points. Doesn't rebound all that well, but he's a scorer, and that's what we need. Graham with 15 off the bench. Okay. 16 for 23 shooting for Zach. He's averaging almost 30 a game through the first 5. Do we get him back now, or is it next game? I think it's next game. No, he's back. All right. So let's take Grant out. Let's put Pepper back in. And let's take on the Pistons at home. Another solid win, a good defensive performance. Grunman, 21 and 13 in that game. So only 83 points allowed. So defense looking pretty good here in the early going. 21 and 13 for Grunman. Pepper, 20 points. Levine doesn't have a particularly good game, but 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Suggs, 15 and 11. 14 and 12 for Floyd off the bench. He's been really good off the bench. Certainly outperforming the ratings. I thought Thomas was going to be better because of all of his ratings are pretty solid for a backup. But all right, we're 4 and 2. Hopefully we can keep this going. That's 3 straight wins. I'd like to get off to a hot start. We've gotten off to some really uneven starts the last couple of years. And we lose there. We give up 127 points on the road against the Cavs. We're now 7 and 1. Kyrie Irving with 31. They have Kyrie Irving, Julius Randle, Evan Mobley. Oof, that's a good team. They have Garland on the bench. Really? Okay. So Levine with 40, Suggs with 31. Rest of the team doesn't do much. Yeah, 2 of your players score 71 of your points. So we're 4 and 3 now. We'll pause and take a look at the standings here in a little bit. A home game against the Pacers. 128-109. We're so much better at home. So much better at home. 3 players with more than 20 points. Another good game for Capella, 19 and 14. He's scoring a lot more than I thought he would. 10 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.5. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. It's about the numbers, and scoring's down a little bit, but everything else is right in line with Ayton. Grunman with another good game. And Suggs and Zach each with over 20. Graham with 13 off the bench. Let me kill the audio on the other computer. Cool. I always forget to do that. And let's march forward. 5-3. Yeah, the last couple of seasons we've come out of the gate like through our first 20 games, like 10-11 or 11-10, 12-10, something like that. So I'm hoping for a bit hotter start. Any messages we got to look at? No, these are all old messages. Okay. Oh, we haven't played a game in like a week now. Here we go, on the road against the Knicks. And we have an injury. So we haven't played a game in like 4 days, and then all of a sudden we get an injury. Okay, so Piper's out again, or Pepper's out again, so we'll go back to Grant. I really wish it had been Maurice Williams. I really do, with that defensive ability. It would have been nice to have him in the starting lineup. But Grant Williams will be Pepper, or will be the other Williams, Maurice Williams light, I guess. All right, let's see how this one goes at MSG. There we go, an 18-point road win. That's what we needed. Excuse me, 15 points, 19 rebounds for Capella, 34 for Suggs, 17 and 10 for Levine. Floyd with another double-digit game off the bench. How's Graham doing? 7 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Yeah, I'll take it. For the mid-level exception, I will take it. All right, on the road against a bad Nuggets team. These are the kinds of games we've been losing. These are the kinds of games we absolutely need to win. And we lose. Yeah, see, those are the ones that are concerning. Those are the ones that lead me to believe that this could be a difficult final season for us. So Suggs and Levine score 81 points between the two of them, and we still lose. I mean, this is still a team with Nikola Jokic, so, they're not completely without, but that's a game we should have won. That is a game that we should have won, absolutely. So 6-4 now. Atlanta 6-6, taking on the Heat on the road, and there's another loss. That's a bad loss, a 30-point loss. We're not even going to look at the box score for that one. Let's look at the standings real quick through 11. We're in second place, 2 games behind the Miami Heat. Middle of the pack in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, Atlanta off to a rough start this season, losing Capella, not really having any depth to speak of. Hopefully we hit a hot stretch here. Let's go back and get Pepper into the starting lineup again. How's Harris doing? He's 13 of 29. I mean, he's doing exactly what we need him to do. 13 of 29 from the three-point line. It might be beneficial to get Grant some playing time. I don't know. We'll stick with what we have for now. Let's look at insights. Where is our defense? 28th per game. 28th per game. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll add if we have to add. At home against the Pelicans. There we go. A 30-point win over the Pelicans. 7-5 now at home. Capella goes down with an injury. How long is he out for? 11 days. Okay, we can survive that. Grunman with 15 in 18 minutes. Is he hurt? No, he just didn't play that much. 25 for Suggs. 21 for Levine. All right, so we got the Hornets now. We got to change our lineup. Capella's out for 10 days, so we will switch Capella with Floyd. We get Floyd the start. And then the backup power forward will be Grant Williams. And he's out for 4 days, so we switch to Morris. And I think we go with that for now. All right, 7-5 at home against the Hornets. And that's another bad loss. This is starting to get a little concerning. This feels very similar to the last couple of seasons, at least out of the gates here for us. As we are 7-6. At home against the Clips. Another loss. So we're at 500 through 14 games. So exactly what I was hoping to avoid is what happened so far here today. Jalen Suggs, 1 of 16 shooting. All right, so let's pause. Let's look at strategies, see if there's anything we can do. So we're playing I don't want to play a 7 seconds. Let's play pace and space. And then defensively, I want to switch. So let's try that and see if that changes anything. That could be part of the reason we're giving up so many points is because we're shooting the ball too quickly. 7-7, though. Not a great start once again. On the road now against the Thunder. And we fall under 500. Guys, I think we are going to lose our job this year. That's a damn shame because I'm having fun. I mean, we'll keep battling. We will certainly keep battling, but we're now 7-9. 20 points for Grunman, 22 for Suggs. When do we get Capella back? 3 days. Oh, good. Now Grunman's out. We got another game today. Outstanding. 4 losses in a row on the road against the Lakers. And we somehow pull this one out. We win by 10 in Los Angeles. Doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to how this team plays. But Floyd with 25. Pepper, 8 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Nice game. 26 for Suggs, 14 for Thomas off the bench. Yeah, we have to win like 6-7 in a row here, and I don't see that we're going to be able to do that. All right, we're on the road again, this time against the Kings. Do we have anybody back? Grunman is back, so we can put him back in the lineup. Capella's out for 1. So we miss Capella for 1 more game. Can we get back to 500 here against the bad Sacramento Kings? Nope. And Jalen Suggs gets hurt. How long's he out for? Let's switch there. 46 games. I don't know, guys. I think this might be it for us. We're gonna put Morris in the starting lineup as the point guard. Capella's back, so we can get him out there. Switch there, and let's keep going. Well, this sucks. This was not the start I was hoping for here. Although we do beat first place Miami to improve to 9-10. I don't know how we can get this done without Jalen Suggs, to be completely honest with you. Grunman with 21, Levine with 28. I mean, that's great that we won, but we are in 4th place, 4.5 games out. Charlotte's on a hot streak. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we fix this year. Because we can't, I can't trade for draft picks because we're going to get fired. So we win again. At least we get ourselves back up to 500. Grunman with 17 balanced scoring. Levine with 23. Capella 15 and 12. 13 for Morris. Yeah, I mean, he's not particularly good, but Graham had 8. I think one thing we need to do is we need to get Devontae Graham out there a little bit more and Morris out there a little bit less. In fact, let's get him out there for the end of each of the halves. Oof. What a bad time to lose Jalen Suggs. On the road now against the Wizards. And another win. So we have won 3 in a row. We have crawled back over 500. But knowing this team, we'll now lose like our next 4. 34. Basically, we need Grunman to score, 25 a game or something. He and Levine need to really, they both need to be averaging 25. So Zach's at 23, Grunman's at 20. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't know if that's going to be enough offense, but we will see. At any rate, we are back up over 500 at 11-12. We are into December, and we are at home against the Kings. And, of course, those are the games. See, this is where I get really frustrated. I don't know if it's necessarily frustration with the game or just frustration in general. So we win 3 in a row. We're at home against a really, really bad Kings team, and we get blown out. 21 points for Grunman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to do. I was so successful in my my Minnesota in my City of Champions playthrough. So successful there. Won 3 titles so far in 10 seasons, but just can't get the magic off the ground. And we have another injury. Because of course we do. Who's hurt now? Oh, good, Morris is hurt. So I literally have 1 point guard on my roster. All right, so we stick Graham in the lineup. He's only out for 1 day, though. Johnson can't play. I don't have anybody to back up at the point. I guess it'll end up being Levine. and then we come back and we beat the Hornets. See, like that I don't get. I don't understand it. And I'm not going to complain. Devontae Graham played the entire game. Yeah, he had to. He had to play the entire game. He had 12 assists. 26 points for Grunman, 22 for Levine. Harrison Floyd with a nice job off the bench. All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll get to the end of December, and then we'll see what we need and see if we can make like an early trade deadline acquisition to sort of improve the roster a little bit. I think that's probably the plan. $12-11. Not great, but still plenty early. Still plenty early to make a run here. This is exactly where we've been each of the last 2 years. I think 12-11 has been that record that we've had each of the last 2 or 3 seasons. 2 years ago, we were able to make a move and really blow things up down the stretch, but last year we continued to struggle. So we'll see what happens here. A 24-point win in Dallas against the Mavericks. Because why not? Grunman with 38 points. Huge game for him. 16 and 14 for Capella. Pepper with a good game. 9 points for Levine only, but 9 assists. Graham had 13 off the bench. And let's see what sort of message we get here. Jason Grunman has been fantastic. Standings. Still in 4th place. Still 4.5 games up. Or 4.5 games out, rather. In the conference, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in 6th, so we're still not in the play-in, which is good. But we need a better season than this. So let's quickly. So Levine's shooting is fine. His 3-point shooting is fine. 22 points. Grunman, I think maybe we tell him not to shoot quite so many threes as he's only shooting 32% from three-point land. Floyd shouldn't be shooting any three-pointers at all. Same with Thomas. Why he's averaging three-pointers a game. So let's come in here and Wahab Floyd, 1 month. Post up more. Catch and shoot less. Same thing with Roy Thomas. 1 month, post up more, catch and shoot less. Jason Grunman, 1 month. Drive and shoot more, catch and shoot less. Let's see if we can get less 3-point shooting from some of those players who aren't shooting particularly well. Let's see how that does over the next month. On the road against the Pistons is a 109-96 victory. So we are now 3 games over 500, so a bit better pace of play here. Pepper, 13 points, 14 rebounds. Capella, 12 and 17. 22 for Levine. Morris was 17. Graham was 16 off the bench. I don't know why he thinks he can shoot three-pointers, but he does, and he's bad at it. Just need to hold on until if we can stay in that 4-5 spot, and then we get Jalen Suggs back, that's sort of a trade deadline acquisition for us. Another win, so 15 and 11. Floyd gets hurt. How long is he out for? Where is the game? Right here. Pepper, 12 rebounds, 16 and 19 for Clint Capella. He's having a really, really good year for us. 17 for Morris, doing a nice job off the bench. I mean, we don't have a point guard. I mean, Graham is, both of these guys are backups. I mean, Graham and Morris are both backups. Thomas with 13 off the bench. Grunman with 22. Floyd is out for 10 days. Okay. So let's go depth. And let's sit him down and let's give Kelly Olynyk an opportunity here. See if he can give us some. You know what? No, I'm sticking with Grant because of the defense. Sticking with Grant because of the defense. This has been our best stretch of basketball. That's, 5 wins in a row or something? Let's see if we can beat the Celtics now. We can. So another victory. 5 games over 500. It's our high water mark of the season. 33 for Levine. 19 and 7 for Graham off the bench. Grunman only 4 of 17 shooting, but gets it done at the foul line. So they don't have Jason Tatum. Is he just hurt? Anyway, they got De'Aaron Fox out there with Jaylen Brown. All right, we got the Nets now. And I don't expect to win this one. Oh, we do. 13-point victory on the road in Brooklyn against the Nets. All 5 start. We had 8 players in double figures. That's what I like to see. 28 points for Levine, 13 and 13 to go along with 6 assists for Capella. Pepper with 15 and 8. That's a nice stat line. 14, 5, 4, and 3. Pepper on the year, 9 points, 8 rebounds. I like it. Grant has 10 points. Cool. Wow. A hot stretch for the Orlando Magic here as we get into the middle of December. How long have I been going for? Almost 30 minutes. So we'll get to the end of the month. On the road again against the 76ers, and I keep expecting to lose these games. I keep expecting the streak to end, and it does not. We win again, 121 to 110. Grunman with 34, another double-double for Pepper, 16 more rebounds for Capella, 28 points for Levine. Harris and Graham off the bench. That's kind of what I was hoping for when I signed those 2 players, that they would give us some scoring off the bench. All right. We may get Floyd back here shortly. Is it now? It's out for another 3 days. Suggs is back in 18 days, so we'll get Suggs back middle of January, which is good. All right, here we go. Can we continue the streak? And we don't. So all those playoff caliber teams we beat, we walk into Detroit and lose by 4. Okay. And this is a Pistons team without Cade Cunningham at this point. Grunman puts up a 2 for 17 burger. That's a game. That is a game. All right, at home again. So we've played 30 games, and only 11 of them have been at home. That bodes well down the stretch. A lot of home games down the stretch for us, I hope. There's a 23-point win over the 76ers at home. 16 and 17 for Capella, 36 for Grunman, 28 for Levine, 14 for Thomas off the bench. Grunman averaging 21.5 and 5. Levine averaging 23, 4 and 4. All right. Yes, we've only played, I guess, now 12 of 31 games at home. So that's 19 road games and 12 home games. So hopefully we can make a stretch here, another run here as we play some games at home. Another 25-point victory. We're playing really well right now. I mean, that's the reality. Grant Williams, and I'm going to stick with this lineup. I know Floyd was playing pretty well, but we're winning with Grant Williams out there. 4.5 points, 4.5 rebounds for Grant. I like his defense. We're going to stick with Grant Williams at the 4. Thomas at 15 and 9. So the 3-point shooting has gone down and the scoring has gone up. So imagine that. 28 more points for Grunman. 11, 9, and 4 for Pepper. All right, so like I said, we'll get to the end of January, and then we'll figure out what the team needs and see if we can make a deal. So huge game here against the first place Heat at home, and we win by 11. 21 and 12 now. We were 12 and 11? 12 and 10? I think we were 12 and 10, right? Yeah, we were 12 and 10, so we're now 21 and 11. Balanced scoring, not a lot of scoring, but balanced scoring. Grunman with 15, Morris with 16, Levine with 15. Graham led us off the bench with 17 points. Harris with 15. Okay. So this has been a better start than each of the last, really, 3 seasons as we're at home again against the Trailblazers. And there's another win. Yeah, this has been a much better start than what we've seen over the last couple of years. Hopefully we can maintain it and we don't, lose a bunch of games in a row. But 24 for Grunman, 24 for Zach, 18 for Morris off the bench. Another double-double for Capella, 17 points, 13 rebounds. He's having a great year, and there's no two ways around it. What does it look like in terms of his efficiency is down a little bit from his big seasons with Atlanta. So is his player efficiency rating, but I'll take it. I will take it. It was a signing we needed to make because it made Atlanta worse, and that has value as well. So another victory. I think we have one more game here. Yep, at home against the Thunder. 118 to 108 victory. So we are 11 and 1 in our last 12 games. So a hot start a hot end to this episode. 28 points for Zach, 25 for Pepper, 20 for Grunman, 9, 15, 6, and 4 for Capella. And we should be getting Suggs back in a week. Yep, in a week we get Jalen back. That will only make us better, hopefully. All right, so it is January 1st. Let's go ahead and save. Standings. Bam. Okay, well, not bam. I thought we were in first place there. The Charlotte Hornets are still in first place, 26 and 12, but we have cut 3 games off the lead at 23 and 12. We are in fourth place in the Eastern Conference, a half game behind Miami, game and a half behind Charlotte, 3.5 behind the league leading Cavaliers. Put ourselves in a pretty good position thus far. If we look at our team stats, Zach LaVine continues to get it done. His rebounds and assists are down. He's starting to age a little bit. The numbers are starting to drop. So if we do have a job next year, what we do with LaVine is going to be, is he willing to talk to us? He wants to test free agency, and that's a lot of money, $30 million a year for the next 4 years for what will be a 31-year-old Zach LaVine. So if we have a job in the offseason, that's going to be a difficult decision. Grunman averaging 21 points, 5 rebounds, doing exactly what we needed him to do. Suggs, hopefully when he comes back, he'll come back healthy. His numbers are, 21 points, 6 rebounds, or 6 assists, 4 rebounds. His numbers, I think, are right in line with what he did last year. Almost identical. His assists, his points are 0.2 less. His assists are up a little, and his rebounding is down a little. So, yeah, he's back to where he was, so we'll get him back in a week. Capella's been fantastic. Darien Piper, as a rookie, has put up good numbers, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Wahab Floyd hasn't played as much lately because of the emergence of Grant Williams. And Grant Williams' shooting numbers aren't there, but he's getting it done out there, and we're winning, so there's no reason to make those changes. Monty Morris doing a good job as the starter right now. He'll move back into that backup role once we get Suggs back. Devontae Graham, not shooting particularly well, but doing a nice job as the backup. 8.5 points, 4.5 assists, 8.6 rebounds for Thomas. Harris doing what we need him to do, playing 16 minutes a game, shooting 43% from three-point land. So that is where. So where is our defense? Is it improved? It's 27th now. We're the highest scoring team in the NBA at 112 points. Second in field goal percentage, fifth in three-point percentage, second in offensive rating. So, again, I think it's going to be a defensive upgrade here at the trade deadline. So, maybe somebody we don't really need a center. I would love to pick up DeAndre Hunter. I would love Hunter to come in, but that contract is just prohibitive, I guess is the best word. What about Thibault? Contract's not all that. Let's talk to Detroit and see what they would want from Matthias Thibault. I would like to bring him back for sure. Detroit. And it's a 2-year deal. So what if I just gave you Jamal Johnson? So it's not cap legal, so we would have to add... Okay. So Jamal Johnson and Kelly Olynyk for Matthias Thibault. I can throw in a second. No. I would do this. That gets us stronger defensively in the backcourt. And Jamal Johnson... he's okay. I don't know that he's ever going to be great, but... And I don't know how much he's really going to get to develop behind Levine, so I would make this deal. Okay, so we pick up Matthias Thibault to improve our backcourt depth, I guess. So how do we want to rotate this? So I see what they did here. They just put Thibault in there. And they put Graham as the starting point. No, I don't want to do that. I guess it's okay for now, but it has him playing 40 minutes. Let's take the point guard minutes. Let's give him to Morris. I don't want Thibault as my point guard. I don't want Derek Jones as my small forward. I want it to be Joe Harris for the shooting. Grant Williams. Who do they have listed as my... I don't like the way they do this. Let's just go to restore lineup. Let's swap Suggs and Morris. Let's put Morris back up here. Let's move Graham up here. Let's move Harris up here. All right. I think I want to stick with Grant for now as my backup power forward. I'll swap those two. And then Thibault is going to be my backup shooting guard. And we can give Devontae Graham a couple extra minutes there. And we will make Zach the backup point guard there. Now, when we get Suggs back, it's going to change things, of course. It's going to change some things around. And, in fact... think we just go ahead and give some of these minutes to Matthias as well. So he's now playing 20 minutes a game. When we get Suggs back, he moves into the starting lineup. He'll take some of the minutes from Graham, but that's fine. All right. So we have a elite defensive backcourt player. What we don't have is an elite I saw a name on there that I'm interested in from a defensive perspective up front. Nicholas Claxton. That's a lot of money. I would love to bring in Claxton to back up Capella. Let's get rid of all these positions. I actually would prefer a backup power forward. But all of the good defensive players are... Who's Curtis Green? 23-year-old, very good defensively. Zach Collins. Yeah, none of, like, I'm not going to be able to trade for... Claxton, Turner, Zubac, Gobert. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to trade for any of these players. They're all making too much money. I mean, I'm bringing a Miles Turner. Let's talk to Indiana. Do we have a way to make this work? So give me Miles Turner. I will start by giving you... Yeah, I don't know that we're going to have the right pieces to make this work cap-wise. Yeah, we don't have a way to make that work cap-wise. We could probably get somebody in that $12 to $15 million range. Claxton was making, what, 15 and 16? I would rather not get somebody who's signed to a... I mean, Zubac wouldn't be bad, but he's so bad outside. But does that really matter? I mean, does that really, really matter? He's out for 33 more days. Tony Bradley's at 12 and 13. That isn't terrible. There's our boy Rishan making almost $30 million a year now. Jared Allen. Let's talk to the Knicks about Zubac. No, I wanted a power forward, though, right? That was what I really wanted. There just aren't that many elite defensive power. I mean, there's Giannis, but that's not going to help me. Andrew Wiggins, what's he making? He's with the Heat. They won't trade him. He's making $20 million. Eric Pascal, 77 defense. That might not be terrible. He's making $11 million this year. What would the Clippers want for an Eric Pascal? Let's start with Floyd. And I don't know that we're even going to have the money to make this work. And we could clear our bench out. I'd rather keep Williams because of his defense. Give me a Wendell Carter instead. What if I give you... Monty Morris, Derek Jones, Roy Thomas for Wendell Carter Jr.? How ridiculous is it? Very far apart. All right, we do have 2 first-round picks this year. What if we added... No, I don't want to add. That's not going to work. Pascal's not terrible. What would that do to our lineup if we made that deal and picked up an Eric Pascal? Right now, our backup power forward is Grant Williams, who's a 74 defense. I don't know. Maybe we just stick with Grant. Maybe I think that's what we're going to do for now. We get Suggs back in a week. We made the one deal. We picked up Matthias Thibault. He's going to be our backup swing, backup 2, backup 3. Harris will come in and give us some minutes in the first half. We will put Suggs back in the lineup in a week. We'll see how things go, and then once we get to February, if we need to make another move defensively, we can. I think that's probably the plan. So we are 23-12. We're in third place, but we're in fourth place in the Eastern Conference. I think we are in decent shape to get started here, so I think we're going to call it an episode, guys. So let me know your thoughts here. When we come back next season, we'll try to get through the end of the regular season, I guess. I mean, maybe we just do the whole thing. Maybe we just finish up the regular season in 2 episodes. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But for now, that's going to do it. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the support. I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.